Part 7 of the Cross-Program Consolidated Monitoring Tool video series. I am Jennifer Smith, Consolidated Program Administrator for the Northwest Region and the State Coordinator of the Rural Education Achievement Program. The purpose of today's recorded presentation is to provide an overview of the compliance expectations for Element 21, Title V, Part B, Rural and Low-Income Schools, or the RLIS grant. If your PSU does not receive RLIS funds, which is PRC 109, then you do not need to submit compliance documentation for this element in SharePoint. Before we begin this conversation about the RLIS element of the Cross-Program Consolidated Monitoring Tool, you may find it helpful to have a hard copy or a digital copy of the tool so you can follow along with me. The monitoring tool can be found on the Office of Federal Programs website on the Cross-Consolidated Monitoring webpage. We're going to move on now to element number 21 on the monitoring tool, which covers Title V, Part B for the Rural Low-Income Schools grant. As RLIS grant recipients are aware, this grant program provides a great amount of flexibility to qualifying PSUs. Since PRC 109 funds can be used to support any allowable activities from Title 1A, Title 2A, Title 3, and/or Title 4A, it is imperative your PSU ensure you're following your submitted and approved grant application details. These screenshots from the CCIP application will allow your PSU to describe which titles your PRC 109 funds are supporting, which stakeholders were involved in developing the plans for this grant, and any of your program outcomes that you expect to achieve. There are three main compliance documentation areas your PSU should maintain to support your RLIS grant. Those are evidence of stakeholder consultation, established program outcomes, and expenditure tracking. For stakeholder consultation, your PSU should maintain dated records from meetings or events at which stakeholders were involved in the development, evaluation, and revision of your plans for the use of your RLIS funds. Additionally, you should maintain documentation of measurable outcomes related to increased student achievement or any other of your established program outcomes. Your PSU should also submit written protocols for how you track your PRC 109 RLIS expenditures and examples of how these funds have been spent by your PSU. As a reminder, your PSU should focus on being intentional in how you're using your RLIS funds to meet the unique needs of your rural PSU in a supplemental manner. Your RLIS initiative should be above and beyond any state or local required PSU activities. Ensure that your RLIS grant details and budgets are clearly aligned to your PSU's comprehensive needs assessment. And lastly, ensure that your PSU has included RLIS as a fiscal resource on your required goals and strategies document in your consolidated funding application. To conclude this section of our webinar series, I wanted to reference our other resources you can view to prepare for your upcoming monitoring event. There are 2 required videos for all PSUs preparing for a visit. These required videos are the monitoring guidelines video. This video provides an overview of the entire monitoring event from notification to a closing letter. Also, documentation of what a comprehensive review of the required consolidated elements are, elements 1 through 5 on the CPCM instrument, which applies to all PSUs as a second required video we have as a resource. Before your pre-monitoring meeting with your lead program administrator for the monitoring event, please be sure you viewed these optional videos for additional titled programs in which your PSU might participate. The required and optional videos will be hyperlinked to this presentation and posted on the Office of Federal Programs webpage. Thank you for viewing the Element 21 Rural and Low-Income Schools video presentation. Please let us know if you have any questions.